This lesson is going to go over how to divide larger numbers, 1-digit by 3-digit and 1-digit by 4-digit numbers using two different strategies, long division and area model. So we're going to first use the long division strategy and then the area model strategy, then take a look at how those two strategies are related to each other. Okay. Here is our first equation. We have 274 and we want to divide that up into two groups. So we have our dividend and our divisor. So the first one we're going to use is the long division, and our first step would be to draw this long division bar. Now on the outside of this, we're going to put our divisor, that 2. On the inside, the dividend, 274. We're going to be using first multiplication to help us figure out how we can break down the 274 into those two groups. So 2 times what will give us 274. One of the first things you could do, if this is helpful, is to write a multiplication symbol on the outside of your division bar. Another method that can be helpful when you're first learning how to do long division is to find a piece of paper, a post-it note, index card, something where you can cover up the parts of the dividends as we work through this problem to make the problem friendlier. So here I have my little cover up, and if I cover up all but this 2 in the hundreds place, we can see that it makes it much simpler. So we're going to think about multiplication. We're going to use this 2, multiply it by another number to get as close as we can to this number. So 2 times what is 2? Well, we know that 2 times 1 is 2. So again, I'm going to put my number I'm multiplying on the outside. Next, we're going to use subtraction. I'm going to show through subtraction, 2 minus 2, that I was able to take these 200s and give them to those two groups. Each group got 100. Now I can move on to that next digit, which is a 7. The 7's in the tens place. So I'm going to take the 7, I'm going to bring it down like this. Now, again with a multiplication. 2 times something will get me very close to 7. If I skip count by 2's, 2, 4, 6, 8. I can only do 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. That's as close as I can get to 7 without going over. So what I'm multiplying by goes on the top, 2 times 3. And again, I'm going to use subtraction to show that I was able to take those 7 tens and give each group 3. 3 and 3 is 6. So 7 minus 6 is 1, and 1 10 left over. Now I can take a look at this 4 in the ones place. I'm going to take this 4, bring it down. Okay. Now 2 times something will get me very close to this 14. Skip counting by 2's, I know that 2 times 7 is exactly 14. So I'm going to write my 7 on top, 2 times 7, and then show through subtraction, I was able to take those last 14 and divide them up into the two groups. 14 minus 14 is 0. So this shows me that I have nothing else I need to divide. There's no more numbers in my dividend, and I have nothing remaining. This R up here stands for remainder. Right now, we do not have a remainder. There's nothing left over. But if I did have something left over that I could not divide into those two groups equally, I would show that left over here. So this shows that I could take 137 and put two groups of 137. So 137 plus 137. This here is our quotient. This is our answer. So 274 divided by 2 is 137 with no remainder. Now let's take a look at the area model. Just like I did with my long division bar, I'm going to put my divisor on the outside and my dividend on the inside. You may recall that when we were working with area models and multiplication, what we multiplied on the outside gave us our answer on the inside. This is the same thing we're doing. 2 times some number will give us our inside, our dividend here. One of the first connections that you may already see is that our division bar here is just like the corner of our area model. So we'll be taking the same steps as we did with the long division, except the area model way takes more consideration of place value. So remember that 274 is actually 200s, 7 10s, 4 1s. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Just like before, I'm going to think about making it friendlier, right? The 200. And think about 2 times something is going to give me this 200s. How many groups of 100? Well, just like here, we did 2 times 1. We can do the same thing. 2 times 1 is 2, but 2 times 100 gives us this 200. I'm going to show subtractions, showing that I was able to take those 200 and give them to 2 equal groups. So I have no hundreds left, but I have 7 10s and 4 1s left over to divide. On my area model, I'm going to draw a line and break up my area model into sections. This first section was the first part, showing how many hundreds I could take away. This second section that we're going to work on is showing how many tens I can take away. So this 74 here is going to get moved over to the next section of my area model. Using multiplication, 2 times a group of tens will get us very close to these 7 tens. Well, if we look over here, we did 2 times 3. 2 times 3 gave us 6. Well, 2 times 30 is 60. That's as close as I can get to 70. 2 times 30. So same thing. See, this 3 here is in the tens place. We're just putting those zeros there. We're showing the value of each of these digits. So I've multiplied. Now I'm going to subtract to see what I have left to divide. 4 minus 0 is 4. 7 minus 6 is 1. I have 14 I still need to divide. So just like I did before, I'm going to break up my area model into another section, take this 14 and carry it over. Using multiplication, 2 times something will get me very close to 14. We know that 2 times 7 is 14, so 2 times 7 ones is 14 ones. And again, I have nothing remaining. So we're taking the same steps. We're multiplying, then subtracting, multiplying, then subtracting. We're taking our big number and breaking it down into hundreds, into tens, into ones. Our quotient is that answer that we just solved for, this 137. If we look here at the top of our area model, we have the same answer. It's just in expanded form. We have 100, 3 tens, and 7 ones. We put that back together, we have 137 with nothing remaining, nothing left over to divide. So again, our quotient is 137. So 274 divided by 2 is 137.